Japan is a long-standing partner of ASEAN. Over the decades, Japan has forged a robust relationship with ASEAN in various areas of cooperation. Founded on the principles of the Fukuda Doctrine in 1977, Japan and ASEAN have thrived together as equal partners and established a mutually beneficial heart-to-heart relationship to bring peace, stability, and prosperity to the region. Japan-ASEAN cooperation has now become more important than ever as the world recognizes the growing significance of the Indo-Pacific. Japan's vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific, FOIP, is to develop a free, open, and peaceful Indo-Pacific region through ensuring the rules-based international order. And Japan regards ASEAN as the key for the realization for a free and open Indo-Pacific. Japan highly appreciates and fully supports that ASEAN adopted its own initiative of the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific, or AOIP, in yet another manifestation of ASEAN centrality. Taking the joint statement as a guideline, Japan will further expand its concrete cooperation, which contributes to the principles set forth in the AOIP, particularly in line with the four priority areas: maritime cooperation, connectivity, the SDGs, and economic and other possible areas of cooperation.
Hello friends, I'm Takio Yamada, the first ambassador of Japan to ASEAN and now serving in Vietnam as the bilateral ambassador. I am so much pleased to see that Japan-ASEAN partnership has really developed for the past 10 years. The partnership has become particularly important in the maritime domain through fostering the synergy between Japan's concept of free and open Indo-Pacific, FOIP, and the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific, AOIP. Japan and ASEAN share the principle of the rule of law on the sea, including the 1982 UNCLOS, and have achieved so many progresses in maritime cooperation, including joint Coast Guard training and the provision of patrol vessels. I am convinced that our partnership in this field will further advance so as to contribute to the stability and the prosperity of the Indo-Pacific region. I will continue to my best efforts in this regard.
When I served as ambassador to ASEAN, I explained how Japan's contribution would benefit ASEAN as a whole, showing a mapping of Japanese projects for connectivity. Japan will establish the Japan-ASEAN Connectivity Initiative centered on quality infrastructure projects to strengthen connectivity via land, sea, and sky corridors. I'm sure that this initiative will bring greater prosperity to our friends in ASEAN.
Besides infrastructure, promoting strong people-to-people connectivity is an important engine of deepening heart-to-heart partnership between Japan and ASEAN. Particularly for the youth, Japan promotes the Genesis program to foster mutual trust and understanding among young people who will be the future leaders in various fields in the rapidly developing ASEAN region. Sustainability is another crucial keyword for development in ASEAN. Japan has worked together with ASEAN to push various projects in line with the SDGs within their region and beyond.
Japan and ASEAN can and should work closely in the United Nations as well for the better future of mankind. We need a multifaceted approach to tackle various challenges to achieve SDGs where the diversity of ASEAN and its cooperation with partners can bear significant fruits. The Japan-ASEAN cooperation on COVID-19 or decarbonization is a good example that shows we can make a difference through cooperation. Japan continues to stand firmly by the people of ASEAN and work with them in achieving the sustainable development for all.
Disaster management is another critical area of cooperation between Japan and ASEAN. Through Japan-ASEAN Integration Fund, or JAIF, Japan has supported ASEAN's efforts in disaster management areas, including DELSA, ACE, as well as IRAD conducted by AHA Center to build a disaster-resilient ASEAN. Within a regional spectrum, Japan has supported the Attachment Officer Program for years as part of the initiative to narrow the development gap for closer ASEAN integration.
My warmest congratulations on the occasion of the 10th anniversary of the mission of Japan to ASEAN. We have witnessed a number of significant achievements made by the mission of Japan, among others monitoring cooperation projects and activities. I'm one of attachment officers at the ASEAN Secretariat sponsored by the JAIF. As our strategic partnership continues to be further enhanced, we strive to prosper together. I appreciate Japan's support for the ASEAN centrality and cooperation under the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific to promote mutual respect and win-win cooperation. My best wish for a greater success in strengthening ASEAN-Japan relations.
I also had an opportunity to participate in this program in 2006, and I gained substantial benefits in various areas. JAIF is one of the most important funds for ASEAN-Japan cooperation, particularly for CLB countries.
Despite the pandemic, Japan has developed a strong economic relationship with ASEAN and implemented various projects such as a financial support program for promoting supply chain resilience, as well as carbon neutrality, quality infrastructure, and digital transformation. The RCEP agreement is also a major step towards forming a free, fair, and rules-based order in the region. The ASEAN Center for Public Health Emergencies and Emerging Diseases is a Japan-ASEAN flagship project. Japan will continue providing various assistance to develop the center into a robust organization that will protect people in ASEAN from threats posed by infectious diseases.
នឹងដោយស្ថានភាពនៃការឆ្លងក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជារដ្ឋាភិបាលជប៉ុនបានសម្រេចផ្តល់វ៉ាក់សាំង AstraZeneca ដែលផលិតក្នុងប្រទេសជប៉ុនចំនួនប្រមាណ1លានដូសជូនដល់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
The year 2023 marks the golden jubilee of Japan-ASEAN friendship and cooperation. Japan has stood and will continue to stand firmly with ASEAN as an equal partner, and our partnership will be reinforced ever more in the years to come.
Japan has been a leading partner of ASEAN in promoting peace, prosperity, and development, particularly in supporting ASEAN's integration efforts, as well as extending assistance to ASEAN in response to COVID-19 pandemic. As both sides works towards celebrating the 50th anniversary of ASEAN-Japan relations, we look forward to further strengthening the partnership with Japan, particularly to address the impact of the pandemic and facilitating a swift regional economic recovery. We look forward to advancing practical cooperation in various areas such as trade and investment, climate change, environment, disasters management, and technological innovation, including through concrete collaboration in the key areas of ASEAN's outlook of Indo-Pacific, which will contribute to building stronger and more resilient regions and promoting regional peace and prosperity.